2 and a 1. What's up and welcome to another episode of Talk Your Shift. I am Mel.
I am Rebecca.
Very nice, very nice. And this is not the permanent setup, but isn't it cute? I know, right? Courtesy of Dad and Deb. Dad and Deb, woo woo. Yes, so stop.
It's just funny. Dad and Deb.
Dad and Deb, Deb and Deb.
Dad and Deb.
Anyways, if you're new here, welcome. We like to talk about life and the journey and just the things that are occurring in our lives at the moment that we're either struggling with or we start to notice a little bit more about. And then we also just like to be kind of silly. So for those of you who also are new here, again, this is Dom, not Rebecca. I'm sure that's very confusing. But anyways, eventually I'm going to stop saying that and just let people call you whatever in the comments.
I know.
And be like, I totally agree with Marjorie.
They're like, yeah, Karina's onto something.
Yes. Oh my God. Anyways. All right. Dom, how you doing today?
I'm currently drinking water that doesn't taste like water, which also
go.
is a debate in and of itself.
Here we go.
Because
mean?
different waters have different tastes. No, just
They do.
You know?
I gave Damien Dasani the other day and I was I had no choice. And I'm looking and I'm like, does this make me a terrible parent? Is this the thing that puts it over the edge?
I think so.
I know, right?
She said, let me give you some salt with a side of water.
No, it just tastes weird. It's not even
It
about
does,
it's not
but
even about
it
the
has
salt.
it has a higher salt content.
Is that what it is?
From what I heard.
Oh.
And if I'm wrong, well. But, no, I'm good. Working as per usual. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Moving things around, working, experiencing earthquakes. That was cool.
I did not feel it. I didn't feel it. I didn't. And I was driving and listening to my story, like my audiobook. So maybe that's probably why I was just not paying attention. I was so into the story. But anyways, no, I didn't feel it. And Carlton thought that he was losing his mind for a split second. He was gaslighting him. Well, he was accidentally gaslit because he felt it while he was at work, and then he went outside and he was asking everybody, did you guys feel that? And they were like, no, what are you talking about? And then he Googled it and was like, it's your nerves if you feel like there's an earthquake. So he was getting ready to call his boss and be like, I think I'm going to have to take a little bit of time off. But and then we got that notification 10-15 minutes later and he was like, aha!
Wow.
Aha!
You guys got that pretty soon after. For us, because for those who don't know, Mel and I don't live in the same area.
We don't.
We live about... Well, I mostly spend my time at work, so my job compared to where Mel lives
samesies.
Is that's true.
Not right now because I'm on a break. Ooh, what, man? Stop it.
Okay, sorry. It's a difference, but when we got the notification, it was late. It was 2 hours late or an hour late. Yeah.
You think so? I think I'm starting to get my times mixed up on when that thing actually happened because I don't know how to explain it, but here's the thing. You know what? I'm going to just say it. I didn't feel it at all. I have no idea. I could have gone my entire day and you could have told me then I would have been I have no idea, but are we all good? Are we okay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that being said, I'm glad you're safe.
Thank you. It was sick. It was really, really cool. I thought, because quick side note, where my office is, a car has driven through it before, but this was before I even worked there. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My coworkers have told me that
I'm just
a car has gone through that front portion of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Because my job is right off of a main, it's on the main road, and my coworker and I, we moved desks around because someone doesn't work there anymore. So now that's one less person in our office because there was 3 of us in one office, one room in the office, and. Excuse me. So we're moving everything around, and our joke is that one day a car is just gonna come barreling in, and him and I are gonna be like, "Jesus, here we come." So
that's terrifying.
So
but it's
dark
a little
humor,
funny. It's a little funny,
you know.
And
so we move in. This was the day before. So Thursday afternoon, right before end of business day, we're moving it, and we're like, damn, Now I'm right in the line of fire, like if something was to come barreling in. So I'm sitting at my desk, listening to the new Doja Cat album that came out, chilling, have my AirPods in, typing. And because we're on a main road, sometimes there are trucks that are barreling through and like you hear them and you feel them. So I'm sitting there typing and I feel like shaking going on. And I'm like, I just thought it was a truck. I was like, all right, whatever. Continuing to shake. And I'm like, I don't hear no truck. I don't see no truck. I'm like, but it was funny because the first few seconds and again, I should say milliseconds because the earthquake really wasn't that long. It literally like maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes, how it felt. But a couple of milliseconds in, I'm like, okay. And then like, it's like still shaking. So I'm like, I think this is the day. Like, I think that there is a truck.
I thought you were gonna say, man, they're really on the gas.
No. So I was like, all right, like the truck's coming in. I'm done. All right, like here it is. Oh my god! Like I literally just kind of
scary though.
A little bit, but I kind of just
like we're laughing about this, but in the moment, that sounds like it actually might be a little scary.
No, in the moment, I didn't feel scared. In the moment, I just kind of accepted it. I was like, oh. All right, well, I guess this is it. So
I hope that calmness comes to me because
I was just like terrifying. Whatever. I've had side note to the side note.
That's right. We ended up we're on like ADHD. A back street. We like took a shortcut and now we're just gone. All right.
I don't know why I stay very calm in near-death experiences. Like one time, my dad and I were on a bridge, and I had my head on the window coming back from hockey and. Obviously there's clips in bridges, so it expands and contracts just because like that's what it has to do without getting into
look at her doing all sciencey
stuff, but
she's being all sciencey and shit.
You can't just have like a solid bridge like that because like of wind and then weather with expanding and stuff like that. Anyway, besides the point. So I saw the clips like kind of go like this, like it expanded for a second and you could see right through. So I was like, holy shit, like, I think the bridge is about to collapse. I didn't say anything to my dad because I was just like, I don't want to freak him out, you know? Like, if we're falling, then I'll love you.
Then you'll
By the way, then you'll know. But I was very calm in the situation, and I just accepted it. But anyway, so then I was like, oh shit, like, I think a truck might be coming through because, like, you know. Mm-hmm. And then nothing happened. Like, there was no truck, there was nothing. I was like, huh? And I'm looking... Because the way that my desk is all set up, I have a cup with basically just stationary goods like pencils, pens, ruler, whatever.
Because she's a nerd. No, I'm just kidding. She needs all those things for her job.
I really do.
You do.
I really do. Mm-hmm. But the one ruler that I had in the cup it's rather flimsy. It's not very sturdy. So I see this thing going like this. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm like, nah, something ain't right. Like, something's weird. So I get up and I like take my AirPod out because I'm trying to see like, is the building collapsing? Like what? And again, this is all happening within seconds. And I hear on the other side of the first floor, my other coworker, he was like, what the hell was that? I'm sorry. That's how he is. So I'm like, okay, so it's not just me. And me and then two of the other guys, managers at my job, we all congregate in like the little vestibule area. We're like, you all right? You all right? Like, what the hell's going on? And it was funny because out of everyone, I was the calmest, which is very interesting. And then
I believe it. And
then my immediate boss comes barreling down the stairs, and she's like, What was that? Because she was here. She was at the building when the car went through.
I was about to say, I'm like, she was probably
in the
there
room, like next door. Yeah, super scary. Yeah, so we're all like, what the fuck? So we go outside, and me and the other manager were checking the building, seeing maybe something hit into the building and just didn't come through and whatever. And we're like, yeah, what the fuck?
Trying really hard not to giggle because I know this is a serious situation, but that's kind of funny. I'm just picturing you guys like out there, like, is the building okay?
Yeah, like, no, that literally, like, if I get the ring footage, I'll show you. But so we're like looking, and we're like, yo, what the fuck? And so then we're like, that was really weird. He was like, okay, like everyone's okay. And it was funny. My immediate boss was like, yeah, nah. She was like, everyone else stayed where they were. She was like, I'm out of here. so we were all just like kind of laughing about it. We spoke to the lady waiting at the bus stop, and it was very cute because she only spoke Spanish. So my one coworker, the other one that like we went to go check the building, he was like, did you feel that? And she's like, no speak English. And I was like, so I said to her in Spanish, I was just like, did you feel that? Like, you felt that, like, tremor, right? And she was like, oh, yeah, like, I felt that. And we were like, okay, so we're not crazy. So, like, we went back inside. And then everyone just kind of, like, going back to work. And I hear from the other side of the first floor again, it was an earthquake! And I was like, it was so funny.
I feel like this is such a New York story.
It was
because
very
it's never
funny.
like, oh, it's an earthquake. Are you
No,
okay?
it was loud.
It's
as
just
hell,
somebody's yelling from somewhere, like, Ma!
That's the first floor, though. The first floor is very loud and rowdy, so it's very fun. But
I love it. Oh, my God.
yeah, it was funny. So Mikey called me. I saw I had a missed call from him because obviously I left my phones inside.
Yeah.
I got a missed call from him and stuff, and he was like, are you all right? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, shit.
No, but it was super cool. And like, I think it's kind of funny because, like, I study this stuff. I study natural sciences, and like that's just something that I really, really find fascinating.
Because she's smart.
Thank you.
Yes.
So I find it really fascinating, and everyone was like, oh my God. And I don't know if it's just because of constant online exposure of like natural disasters and seeing how truly detrimental they can be. I was just like, the ground shook. Like we're fine.
No, that's fair.
know?
No, you're absolutely right about that. Like at that, because it's like it's not like we're in fucking Japan. We're
Well,
there. They get tsunamis.
Well, Jersey
like,
got hit. Because Jersey was the epicenter. So
that's what it was.
That's where Jersey was where it took place. So it was a 4.8 in Jersey. But like obviously we're not in Jersey. So it was a little bit less for us, I think.
I specifically remember in science class, this we're gonna get to the am I the asshole, guys.
We will eventually.
We just gotta talk about this because it's nature and it's very important.
Cool. It was very cool.
And it is very cool. So like I thought that like we're not near like because isn't where
Our
the
plate?
earthquakes go off? Yes.
Yeah.
We're on a solid like what is it?
So we're not by the fault line.
Correct.
So that's
why would we get that out of nowhere? Because technically we're not. It's basalt is what the tectonic plates are, in the ocean. What is the one that?
Oh, I don't remember.
Land is. I forgot. Anyways, that being said, it's very weird that we had an earthquake because we're not by any of those the fault lines. Isn't that like more center and like west?
West and also east of us. So like where the North American plate is, it's like somewhere in the ocean where it meets with the other plate. And then on the other side, because California is like right on the fault line.
California is gonna be gone at some point. Not the people, just the land. It's gonna be like
California.
Like it's like I think it's like a 6.5 hour flight to California in a couple like fucking a couple hundred years.
Flight.
No, it's not gonna be no flight. It's gonna take you like 2 days to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be like, oh, we're going to California, and it's like the overnight. You'd like the influencers that are going like international. That's what it's gonna be like for
They have
California.
to bring their passport.
Oh my God! Listen.
Yeah, so that was just it, and then the aftershock was cool because we were standing in the CEO's office, but this time we were on the second floor, and the HR lady's at her desk, and she's like, I feel it. She's like, here it comes. We all like me, my immediate boss, and the CEO were obviously in his office, and we're like, what the heck? She's like, it's the aftershock. Like, you know what? So it was funny because we're all just standing there, and I'm having the time of my life. I'm like, and my immediate boss is like kind of looking like, yo, what the fuck?
I'm dying.
But no, it was so funny because she just yelled across the table, here it comes. But anyway, how's your day going? Because that was my side. Go ahead.
It's going. I really listen, y'all. I've been working and I've been mothering and I've just been therapying, and that's really all I got going on for me. I'm happy with all those things. However, it's nothing spectacular. I mean, I do have a couple things in the works in the background, but I can't tell you about that just yet because I need to work on manifesting it and moving it. However, or not even however, sorry guys. We're just gonna go on to the Am I the Asshole. 13 minutes later. Hello, welcome. Have you been here before? We take a while to get to places.
Yeah, we have ADHD.
All right, this is short and sweet, baby. Am I the asshole for roaming around naked in my house? Here we go. My roommate and me.
Okay, but yeah. That answers the question. What the fuck?
Okay, my roommate and me have been sharing a home since last 2 months. 3 days ago, he told me that he is leaving to see his family and would be back in a week. I had the whole house to myself for a week. Today, I walked out of the shower to the kitchen naked to check on the cake I was baking. My roommate suddenly barged in while I was in the kitchen with my pee-pee out. Things have got very awkward between us since then. He is saying I shouldn't roam around the house naked. I am saying that he should have told me that he is coming home earlier. Who's at fault here?
The roommate. Because, listen, I thought that the roommate was home and you just out there bare cheeks. Because, excuse me, can you put on your pants?
He was like, ooh, like, imagine if he was, like, doing something else because he wanted to be in front of the big screen. Could you imagine? Carlton was like, you're home early. With the pillow and stuff. Oh, my God. That shit.
Yeah, the roommate.
Yeah, no.
Honestly, I don't
It's a
think
courtesy.
either.
It's a courtesy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just two people. They're both 20. That's what it says.
Uh-huh.
They're both 20. And, like, it's just two people navigating living in a space with another person.
Yeah.
And so this is how you find out. Like, if your roommates are gonna, if the dynamic is gonna mesh well. You know what I mean? So, like.
I don't think either of them were the asshole, though. Because,
No, I
the
don't
roommate
think
was
so.
just going home. So.
Yeah, it's not like, listen, let me tell you something, though. That would have been crazy had, like, his roommate walked in. That would have been wild, because then how do you, like, pass by each other? Like,
you want
day?
cake? I'm making cake.
No, that's the other thing I was thinking about. I was reading the comments, right? And one of the guys was like, you should not be having your dangly bits anywhere in the kitchen, especially in the oven. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if he if he was like bending and he sizzled that shit on the oven door? I mean, I don't know how it works because I'm just assuming. Like, I feel like mathematically it's probably not gonna work. Like with height and the way I just feel like it's risky. What if like while you're pulling the cookies, you never know? Because let me tell you something. I remember this one time when I was a little girl. And I say little, I was like 10 or 11. I was cooking bacon. And I had jumped on the counter to like get something and like the next to the bacon, and the bacon fucking popped, and there was like a part of my shirt that was lifted, and it hit me. And when I tell you, I was like, ew, and I like noodled off the fucking counter. I was like, ew. And I felt like my whole body went like, because that shit was hot. So like, could you imagine? Like,
no.
Why don't you at least, just to be safe, you baking a cake, like you gotta grab with both hands and stuff. It's not like a cookie sheet where you can kind of whatever. Yeah. But like sometimes you have to bring the cake out with both hands, and then like what if it slips? It's you do what you gotta do. Listen, do what you feel is right. However, I don't necessarily think it's the best idea, like medically, like physically.
Yeah.
However, I don't think they're an asshole.
No.
I think both are valid and just feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think it's just like...
Just be uncomfortable for a couple months, and then at some point it'll all just end, and because you'll have something else embarrassing to have to deal with. Is really what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's just going to be awkward. Yeah, it's just going to be awkward until it isn't.
Why'd you call dangly bits?
Because that's what they said in the comments. He was like, don't let your dangly bits, like, near the hot stuff when you're cooking. And I think that that's valid.
Yeah, I would say so.
You know? But anyways, that shit was funny. My God. Do you cook naked sometimes? How do you? You don't got to give us details. But, like, have you ever tried? And, like, what's the most dangerous thing you've ever cooked? I want to hear this. Could you imagine if they're, like, making, like, crazy gourmet meals and shit like that? Just naked? I feel like that's just a lot.
I mean,
some people like that though.
Yeah, some people like just kind of, chilling. Like, I mean,
I'm not judging. I'm just concerned for your safety. That's really all that it is. I swear, I'm not judging.
Yeah.
I just got burnt with bacon one time, and that's enough to say I just need clothes in the kitchen. I just need clothes.
I'm picturing in my head like just like a war scene.
No, but like the way that my body, I felt like my whole body went like this when I like swiveled off the counter, because it was like my nerves were like, ugh, like bitch, we're on fire, like
we're on fire. Oh, that's funny.
Oh shit. Okay.
That was a quick one.
There was a quick
I feel
one.
like normally the Am I the Assholes where like we get their life story. My
Oh, I have other ones,
my
but
cousin's uncle, brother's, sister's wife's
I
fish.
have some of those, but however, I wanted to try to keep it light to like keep it moving
Fair,
with this
fair.
new thing. Melanie's trying to get more organized, as you can see. All
That's
right.
fair.
So, if you're new here, I like to scroll the interwebs looking for insightful conversation starters, and I found quite a few. Dom and I have discussed them, and so we're going to check one of them out. So here we go. Zoo-zoo-doo, zoo-zoo-doo. I love that song. All right. What?
What song?
I'm cool like that.
I'm sorry.
All right, here we go. And this is by @GullyPrincess. You got to follow them on Instagram.
Gully.
If you don't learn the difference between someone who is against you and someone who challenges you, you'll be pushing away nourishment for your soul to embrace those who will starve it.
It's good for those who are practicing not taking things personally. Feedback it's not always personal. Like if you're fucking up, you're fucking up.
Yeah,
just do better.
yes.
Like it's
just do better.
Yeah, like I'm not saying you're the fuck up, but like,
But
well,
you could-
some people, I might, but
No, you can't. Not at your job.
no, not at my job. Not at my job.
You have to say it
but-
eloquently. She like told someone, make better choices.
because
Funny as fuck.
Because
That's not
he
corporate
wasn't
at all.
making good decisions. And now with you making poor decisions, now I have to go through a whole disciplinary thing, and I have to take time out of my day to remind you how to be a good worker, and then write you up because of a decision that maybe you shouldn't have made. Like, make better choices.
A lot of people are like, that's just who I am. That's just what I do. That's just me. And it's just like, so you realize that is wrong though, right? And then
Yeah.
you just want to keep it. Not judging because
I'll judge.
we all do. Dom will judge for me. But like we all have something that we're like hypocritical about or
yeah.
whatever. However, there's a difference between this. That's what active work is like you being like, well, oh well, like that's not going to help you if you have a goal. Now listen, if you don't have a goal and you just like, I'm fine the way I am, I'm cool the way I live, I'm whatever, then do you. However, if the goal is to be better or to, contribute or like to have better relationships or connections and things like that, then you got to remember that is also part of it.
Yeah.
And so you could totally be 1,000% mad at the message. You could be pissed. You could stomp your feet. You could do whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because sometimes the message it's about us, and we're already criticizing ourselves as it is. So when we hear the message again, like Carlton likes to say, when you hear it, the external voice louder and it repeats what you're saying to yourself on the inside, you're gonna attack the person because you've been saying that to yourself this whole time, and now somebody else is saying it, and now they're confirming what you fear, right? But like from that, I just feel like you have to kind of, it's like, take it on the chin. Like, I get it. It hurts. It's a realization. And like, but if you want to change, if you want to move in a certain kind of way, like, you gotta just get over it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not to be shitty. It's not to be like to dismiss anybody's pain or trauma, because I understand that these are all responses to things that we've experienced or we're scared to experience again. However, like, change is scary as hell.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna be scared, you might as well do something scary to better yourself,
Yeah.
as opposed to being scared and not changing.
Yeah.
Because how are you going to get a different result?
Yeah.
So why are you mad? Like, sometimes though the messenger do be fucked up. Like, I didn't want to hear it from that guy or that person. Whatever.
Sometimes people use it as ammunition too. So it's like, that's where I think that quote, I guess you could say, really comes like handy to you, because it's basically just kind of saying like, I don't know, like I think some people challenge you to be an asshole, and like it's almost like some people see like, oh, okay, this is a weak point, let me try to poke at it to knock the foundation down.
Absolutely.
But if you view it in that way of like things and people are always trying to challenge you, even if someone is trying to attack you, I think that it'll help better yourself, just because it'll help you, one, work on not taking things personally. And even if something is personal, like we all have our flaws and things that we need to work on. So sometimes it hurts to hear it, but it'll help better you. I don't know. I really like that one because that's how I view like how things are at my job, and I talk to my
you take criticism
boss
very well, though. For somebody
depending
your
on what,
age, also
depending on what it is, though,
listen,
because there's something I'll curse you out. There's something. No, there's some things where like they'll say something, and be
she's like, don't say that.
No, seriously, there's some things where someone will say something, and like I guess if you catch me on the wrong day, I'll be like, yeah, and you know what? And that's why your mother. And then that's when you're like, we're going.
And now it's a fist fight.
And now I knocked out your veneers. Sorry, not sorry, but no, like. I think because my dad is very honest. Both of my parents are very honest. My dad, though, is, like, my mom is honest to the point of where it's, like, she's a little bit dramatic. So it's like, all right, maybe you don't have to go that far, big guy. But my dad is honest to the point of where he'll just, like, he'll, like, look you in your eyes. And he'll be, like, looking in your eyeballs. And he's like, so you thought this was a smart decision? Like, I thought you weren't dumb.
1,000%, I can hear his voice.
It's so like, I guess maybe, because that's just how my family is. My family is very, if you do something, they call you out on it, and they're not going to sugarcoat it because you're family. They will genuinely tell you, like, that's a terrible decision.
Yeah, but I feel like there also has to be, at some point, like, you have to some degree, understand who your enemy is, right?
Yeah.
And so if it's coming, like, let's say I'm fucking up real bad, and you come to me. You're one of my trusted people.
Yeah, I'm great.
Anyways, I gave her the finger for those who are listening. I did
American Sign Language.
I did it again. Like, if you came up to me and you were like, Mel, like, you fucking up. Like, even if you said it in a fucked up way, because maybe I triggered you with my fucked upness. Like, I feel like, no, I'm serious. Yeah. Like, there would be a part of my brain at some point that would be like, Dom wouldn't just whatever. Like, we can either talk this out or like, damn, am I really fucking up? Like, please explain why, and then we would need examples and time stamps, of course, because we've been gaslit.
She said, ew, get slapped with your eyes. Oh my God.
Anyways, we've been gaslit so much in certain situations that like, now I'm distracted because that shit was mad funny.
I'm distracted too because I'm thinking of this one anime where she's like, oh, I forgot. Sorry, you're dyslexic. We have homework. Have you did? And I'm like, oh my God.
That was fucked up. That was a fucked up. Anyways. Woo. So that being said, I would take it highly into consideration. Yeah. Like that what you're saying to me is legit.
Yeah.
Because I know you're not my enemy. And although there are people who are close to us that can, like, we can all piss each other off. Like, I feel like you really have to, like, this is the thing. You really have to be careful on your lens and what you're projecting on the outside. Because your closest friends, like, shooting the messenger down, like, you really don't want that to cloud your judgment. And that's what your judgment, that's what gets clouded, right? Is the fact that, like, this close person is telling you something that you tell yourself that you know is fucked up, and then this person who is super close to you is now saying this thing to you to help, or to, like, we need to maneuver this better so that we can engage better. You know what I'm saying? Even if it has nothing to do with them, even it's like, I know you have more potential, like, you have the potential to do more than this and be more than this, and I feel like you're wasting it. Like, even those kind of conversations, I'm really going to take that shit into consideration. And I try not to let the lens of trauma block my blessings and block my message because of who is giving it to me. Because I feel like whether it's somebody that's close to you, it's fucked up if you're getting the message right. Because as I explained earlier, and then if somebody you don't like, that you mentioned, like, if they come for you, now it's automatically like an insult. They're not like, because I feel like a lot of people are like, I don't fuck with this person. Why do I give a shit what they say? You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, even then, I feel like you could probably learn something from your enemies.
Oh, yeah. Like,
do you think you could?
Oh, yeah. Like, I know that I talk about work a lot, and that's because I spend 90% of my time at work. But I really have learned so much from my job. And, like, actually, when I read this meme I immediately thought of work, and I immediately thought of my immediate manager because, like, let me see, how do I phrase? I immediately thought of my immediate manager, just because there's a lot of times, like, where there's harsh truths, and I know that I need to hear it, and they're saying it to make me better. Like, something that has been told to me is, like, sometimes, this is what my manager said. One of my managers said, sometimes I get so frustrated because I see your potential and I see you doing something where I'm like, I know that she knows better, or I know that, like, this isn't something that she would normally do, or, like, kind of just, I guess, for lack of a better word, like, just, that's a dumb decision. Like, I know you're smarter than that.
They're holding
so,
you
like,
accountable.
Yes. So, like,
it's like a personal trainer for life or for work.
Yeah. So, like, a lot of the things I learn at work are also applicable to my personal life.
Because I feel like we've had conversations. I'm not criticizing her, but you've had conversations where there was constructive criticism between certain dynamics.
Yes.
And, like, I feel like you did good.
I mean,
you did good.
I think also too because
I don't know why I said
you did good.
I hear myself sometimes,
you did good.
And I feel like a fucking cartoon character. I swear to God, guys, I really sound like this in real life. Like, this isn't a show.
Yeah.
I am the weirdest person that I know.
No, yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Anyways,
like, if you've seen,
and look who I picked to be on my show. So obviously,
yes.
Obviously.
But no, I just really think that constructive criticism, and criticism in and of itself, I think, can be constructive if you take out the parts that, like I guess, just kind of take it to be constructive. So, like, for example, if someone is to come to you and be
sorry, in my head I'm like, what? I'm like, what if they call you a stupid bitch?
No, literally, that's the example I'm using.
You just pull out, bitch.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say is, like, you know, if it's someone who you do know is in your corner and is just trying to better you, you know, you could take it as, like, oh shoot, they're right, I am messing up.
Yeah.
Like, where do I need to fix things? What do I need to do? And also too, don't be afraid to ask for feedback, because I feel like sometimes if you're doing good, I forgot who it was that said this, but somebody said, don't believe everything that people say, both the good extremes and the bad extremes. So, like, if someone's like, oh my God, like, you're terrible at this, you can't do this. Or someone's like, oh my God, you're the best there ever was at doing this. Take everything with a grain of salt and find the middle point. So, like, for example, that if someone's like, oh my God, like, you know, you're being a stupid bitch or something like that, don't take that to heart, but sit there and think about it and be like, okay, well, what exactly was my decision that, like, made me seem like a stupid bitch? Because maybe I genuinely was a stupid bitch. Like, that was a terrible decision, you know? And, like, just try to fix it. But no, I really do think that it's good. It's good to have people hold you accountable. Yeah. And for you to just constantly learn. Like, I think that's such a big thing. I really am a really big advocate for that, of just continuous improvement. And
which then creates perfectionism, I might add.
Yeah.
So if you could find the balance of that would also probably be helpful, and you could let us know how that goes.
Yeah.
Because then maybe we could learn a thing or two. But I'm really thinking about it, and I feel like we talk about these situations all the time, and it's like, it really is about gauging the moment. And I feel like that's what I want to press, right? Is that how you say it? That's the matter I want to press? Or that's a...
I guess you could say matter I want to emphasize.
Emphasize? Okay, I want to emphasize this, y'all, that the things that I try to talk about are the things that are in these moments for you. You're able to better gauge the situation to get the most out of it.
Yeah.
And to see it for what it is, or as clear as you can do it. Because I understand that there's all these different factors, right, that are into these, you know, interactions that we have. And it's just like, this is kind of like a anxiety checklist, if you will, of, like, you know, like, you're kind of checking off the different things to kind of figure out, like, am I really being attacked right now? Or is this, like, something else. And if I am being attacked, how can I get out of this, like, the safest or the quickest or the most satisfied, if you will? Like, having a difficult conversation with a person who is difficult. Like, just going into the mindset of, like, oh, I know they're going to trigger me. So when they say stupid shit, I'm just going to sit there and be like, I knew it was coming. I knew they were going to say some stupid shit. I'm still going to get what I need to say off of my chest, regardless of what they said. You know, and this is just little things. Because then also in that moment, you're not taking it personally, right? You're not reacting. Because you know, I know this person is going to be difficult, but I have to get off my chest what I need. So, like, regardless, we're going to stay as calm as possible. We're not going to react, because the second we react, we've just moved the direction of the conversation to then it's like a focal point on yourself and how you feel and this, instead of getting to the whole reason why you wanted to have a conversation in the first place. Like, they cherry pick. It gets cherry picked. The emotion gets cherry picked, or the reaction gets cherry picked and becomes then the focus of the conversation, when that was not what you wanted to originally address. That's just a side effect of not addressing the thing in the conversation. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just saying, we got your back, guys. Life is hard, but we're here for you and for each other.
Yeah.
She likes me, y'all. Don't be mistaken.
Bro, you got poor circulation. Your fingers are ice cold.
No, I'm just cold, apparently. It's just, I'm touching this. It's cold.
Now you're touching that.
I was touching it before. Don't start with me. I did have a sip. He's not even looking, so I can't even ask him.
But no, I agree. Also, too, I think this is applicable when it comes to yourself. Because I don't know about you, but I do that. I be talking shit about myself to myself. Like, sometimes I'll do something and, like, the other person that's in the, like, that was in that interaction is like, it is what it is, like, whatever. But in my head, like, I'd be driving home and I'm like, oh my God, that was so fucking stupid. Like, you have to be very careful with your internal voice. Woo! Because sometimes, like, give yourself feedback. Try to make yourself that third person so you can view it as neutral as you can. But just be very careful, because I do that a lot. Like, the other day, I'm terrible with time. I am. Listen, okay? I run on Hispanic time, okay? The party starts at 6. I'm going to be there at 7:30. So, just saying. But I'm like trying so hard to get to work on time, and I always get there like, it was worse. But now I get there like a minute or two after, and I'm like, fuck! I'm like in my car, I'm like, damn it, because I have to text when I get there. So my manager knows in case like they're not in the office, whatever. And I just remember saying to myself the other day, I was like, oh my God, like, you can't ever be on time. Like, what the hell, man? And I had to like stop myself, because I was going in. Like, I should have been like, I should put my face on an anti-bullying poster, because like I be bullying myself real bad. But yeah, I remember just going in, and then like when my manager actually gave me feedback and stuff, it wasn't as harsh as I thought it was going to be. So just kind of chill, let the situation happen as it is. Like, don't gas it up. Because also, too, then you go in there, whether it's like you're kind of fawning a bit, where you're like, I know, I'm sorry. Like, you start crying. Or you're like ready to fight. They say something, you're like, well, yeah, that's why your fucking mom doesn't love you.
No,
And it's like, all right, chill.
I'm not one of those kind of people that get mad at you when I get in trouble. I'm one of those people that like, I'm sorry. I break. I'm just like, I know, I'm a shit. Like, in my head, that's what I think. And then I'm like, they're gonna fire me. I did not get fired, by the way.
Literally, oh my God, that's
I thought I was gonna get fired. Let me tell you something, guys. My first week training at my second job, I had a really bad reaction, and I had I was just, all the tanks were emptying out, if you know what I mean, like from both ends. And I got sick my first day of training at my new job. And like, when I tell you, I had to stay out the rest of that week of training, and I'm texting my new boss like every day, and I'm like, he's going to tell me not to come in. Every single day I'm getting ready to text him and say I don't feel well enough to come in. He's going to text me and be like, then, don't bother. But he stuck with it. And and then he realized how amazing of a worker I am. I got such a cute review. He said, I was a pleasure to work with, and I always bring joy to the staff, and I bring us together. So it was very sweet. It was very, very sweet. So, but I was ready to get fired every single day. And then second to last week of us closing for the season for a little bit, got sick that week.
Wow.
I had like a really bad chest cold. It like went through my entire house like a fucking tornado.
Yeah.
And I had to call out that whole time, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then I realized there were other people that worked at my job that did some crazier things.
Yeah.
And they still had their job for a little while, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm okay. You know, not to be like a shit, but like if they could get away with that and not get fired, I feel like it's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Because I wasn't faking it. I don't fake being sick no more, guys. That's something you do before 25. Once you hit 25, don't call out unless you like really you know, you need that. Yeah. Just go in. Just go to work. Just go in. Just get another shift done, guys. That's all. I just wanted to hype you up. Get that money.
Yeah. But yeah, no, just let it happen. Mm-hmm. Just let it happen. Like, from both of our experiences, like, I thought I was going to get reamed and I was ready to cry. Because I already told my media manager, there's sometimes, because I don't like disappointing. You could be mad at me, whatever. Like, I'm fine with people being mad at me to a certain point. If it's like, if I feel like it's not justifiable, then I'm like, all right, but I'm also not going to, you know, like, whatever. You feel whatever emotion you need. But disappointing? No, I can't. If someone told me that, like, I disappointed them, one singular tear, like, not even a chance of meatballs. Like, so I was telling my manager, like, there's some times where, like, if I ever was to disappoint them or the CEO, I'd keep it together in that office. I'd be like, yes, ma'am, or yes, sir. And, like, I'd go after getting completely reamed. And I have to say, they're very good at, like, they're both very good leaders because they know how to lead the people they're leading, if that makes sense.
You don't have to yell at someone.
Exactly.
You don't have to.
Yeah. Being stern, I feel like, is perfect. You don't have to go over the edge, but be stern in what you're saying. But, no, like, if I just let it happen. Because, again, Mel thought she was going to get fired, and I was ready to, like, sit there and take it and, like, not cry in her office. But once I got back to my office, cry and just be like, damn, like, I'm fucking up.
I wish my tear ducts worked like that. Let me tell you something. If they was, I would be like that.
No, that's...
Like, with the tears, and I'm like, and then they'll be like, are you okay? I'm like, yes. Like, well, because I can't control my tear ducts.
No, I feel that. I have to, like, I clench my jaw. I know, like, if I'm sad, I, like, sit there and I'm like, and, like, I can't make direct eye contact, and I look very serious. I look very serious.
Because you're so focused on holding it in.
Yeah, but, like, just let it happen. Again, because obviously we both thought that something was going to happen that didn't. Like I said, I really thought that I was going to get reamed in that office and be like, they're right. They're absolutely right. And, like, I guess that's when I was saying, like, ready to fight. I think that's my anger towards not the person giving me the feedback, but anger towards myself, because I know that I can be a perfectionist. But you know, I was fully ready to, like, be upset because I disappointed this person, and I'm trying to fix this, and it's not like an immediate change. And even though I am trying, like, the point is that it's not fixed yet. So, you know, like, I think my dad always says trying only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Oh, shit. So, you know, but again, I was fully ready to just, like, hear it, to hear what I needed to hear because I deserve it, and be upset because I have continuously disappointed, and then be mad, but at myself, not at them because they're calling me out on my shit, rightfully so, but be mad at myself and be like, yo, what the fuck? And that's not even what happened. Like, when we were in their office, like, they pretty much, like, they tell me straight up, but they're not mean about it, if that makes sense, you know, like, and then same thing with you, like, you know, you were fully ready to be, like, let go, and then he's just there like, okay, like, you know, take care of your health, like, so let it happen. Don't go in there ready to fight. Don't go in there ready to cry. Don't go in there ready to, like, you know, just not care. Go in there as neutral as you can.
Yeah.
Take the feedback and make it applicable, because sometimes people's feedback, they're trying to attack you. There might be some truth in what they're saying, but sometimes the way that people say things, like, you know.
Or some people just don't know how to say it, then you're going to just take it how it is. I mean, the variables are just, there's a plethora of variables in this situation, which is why the only thing you can control or do your best to control is yourself, which is why neutral. As close to neutral as humanly possible, so that it doesn't ruin your day. So it's just a fraction of your day. You have 24 hours. This was like 15 minutes. If you think about that, like it's so small, and then just move on.
Yeah, think about the earthquake. Low key, because like
yes,
scholar. Yes. No, but seriously, like you think about it, you're like, oh shit, like I fucked up, and then the earth is moving. The earth is fucking moving, and like, it just kind of shows you how delicate life is, like Absolutely. It's like, I'm upset about this thing that's happening and taking place, but like the earth could fucking obviously not split open like that. Like I'm
they got dramatic. Sinkholes in China.
They got sinkholes out here. There was a sinkhole just last year.
See what I'm saying?
Beach.
There's fucking sinkholes.
Like, yeah, there are. But I'm just being dramatic. Yes, cracks split open, and then you could die. Like, take it for what it is and keep it pushing.
Keep it pushing.
You never know. Yeah. You never know when your last moment is. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn. Seriously though, you're right.
Yeah.
This was so lovely. I always say that. I always say, oh, this was such a lovely conversation, because it was. It always is lovely. Yeah. What do you got for us, Dom?
All righty. So let me pull it up. All right. So our affirmation for today is drum roll with your eyelashes.
Oh, what?
Sorry.
Drum roll.
Drum roll with your eyelashes.
Yeah.
Wait, do it again. It's like wings. But anyway, I welcome feedback as a means to improve and grow.
Ooh, look at that.
Because it's true. It's true. Take it. It all depends on how you take it.
Yeah.
I feel you. But anyway, so I hope that the affirmation, it really sticks with you, and if it's not applicable to your life, which I kind of feel like it's applicable to everyone's life. No one's perfect.
True.
In the words of Hannah Montana. So, if it's not sticking right now, maybe pass it along to somebody else. Maybe it'll help them. Maybe it'll help you down the road. But either way, I just hope that it helps and sticks. So, thank you for watching us. You can find us on a couple of different platforms. You can find us on TikTok. You could find us on Instagram. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and we also have a Patreon. Which costs how much?
$5. Five. Together. Five. Like a squid or a jellyfish?
I was gonna say jellyfish.
Jellyfish, yeah.
Jellyfish. And our handle is
We Are Talk Your Shift on all platforms.
Yes. So please check us out, and please like, subscribe, comment, only good things, because I will find you.
Rate us. Give us 5 stars. Also, we want $5 and 5 stars.
And 5 foot longs and.
No, those are 5 foot longs.
The sandwiches. $5.
It's a $5 foot long, not a 5 foot long sandwich.
So it's like 3 people coming in. We got your what did I say, 5 foot long?
Yeah.
Your 5, well, I said 5 foot longs.
Yeah, 5 foot longs.
So, yeah, 5 foot longs, as in plural, 5 of the foot longs.
I don't know.
Anyway,
please give us a rating of 4 or 5, please, so we can go higher on the recommended podcasts. All right. So we will see you later. Okay. Bye.